Welcome back to Vic's channel, everybody. It's a lovely spring day, mid-November, and I just thought I'd start with a bit of a bushwalk. Well, it's actually not really a bushwalk because there's lake over there and there's river there, and well, there's not really enough of this, I think it's swampy oak or silky oak, or both possibly, to be called bushland, not in Australia anyway. What I will do is I'll go over here and I'll show you some rather unique and beautiful Australian native birds. Give me a second. There we go, not a great shot, I need a better camera. But they're black swans out there. There's quite a few of them. There's one way over there. They pretty much live in this lake all year round, at least these ones do. They nest over the other side there. There's a bit more bushland over there. It's a bit quieter than over this side apparently. They nest on, I think the nests actually float or are semi-attached to the ground so they don't move too much. But they're always surrounded by lots of water when they're nesting, so to keep predation down. And their chicks take about 3 months to get almost full grown. Beautiful birds. There should be more birdies to follow. Native Australian king parrot, absolutely gorgeous. They are really, really rare around here as far as I know. They're pretty rare everywhere. So, oops, let's get you back in focus. Not a great shot. Let me see if I can get a better angle. And no, I can't get a better angle. No, she should be just about there. Or he. I think I need to start a GoFundMe page for a better camera. You can't see the magpie, but you can hear him. Or her. I've been coming here for about a year now. And this place about 3-4 years ago was a real mess. The bit between the water and the path was overgrown, full of rubbish, full of weeds, and they tell me full of brown snakes, which is the third most venomous snake in the world, arguably. So there's no way I would have brought the boys down here, least of all the one hiding in the shadows over there, or this one here. But the council paid for private contractors to come through, clean it up, and now there's an elderly woman, 70s I suppose. Her and a couple of her friends, from what I've been told. I've only ever seen her here, but apparently there's a couple of friends that come down with her occasionally. They keep it all cleaned out of rubbish. They come through after all the floods, and they do a lot of the cleanup and stuff. She's done a brilliant job at keeping this place, as beautiful as it is, and as accessible to people to walk. It's about 1 kilometre from that's the car park down there to, if you can just see at the end there, that's the water just up the top there. But as you can see, they've planted a lot of new plants, new undergrowth plants, understory plants, sorry. They've planted a few other types of trees, but we've had 4 floods through here this year. I don't know how many of them have survived, which is a bit of a shame. But as you can see, the swampy oak, and I'm pretty sure it is swampy oak, thrives really well, and provides a nice habitat for a lot of the birds, a lot of lizards, possums occasionally. There's a few possums that live in here. Interesting fact about the swampy oak: when it's green, if you break off a branch and you throw it into the water, or if it's recently fallen, like happened to me yesterday, for your dog to play fetch with, it sinks. But when it's old and dried out like this stick, it will float. Problem is, these two like to chew their sticks when they bring them back, and this great big long stick will be nothing but mulch within an hour. But you know, keeps them happy. Okay, let's see if we can do this without too much wind, because you know, outside, cheap camera. This is what I do when I take my dogs for a walk, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's supposed to be a gardening channel, but you know, plants, more plants, dumb dogs. Although smarter than a lot of people I know, but still, dumb dogs. One moment, I've just got to pick up his stick and throw it for him again. Which he really makes really easy for me to do, because he stands over the stick and won't let me near it. There we go. And there probably are sharks in this water, but he'd probably poison them. Let's have a zoom in. The little black ones, I believe, are cormorants. And the white and black ones over the back there are pelicans. The other day in front of that island, I saw a very large, probably female, white-bellied sea eagle take lunch home to the husband and child. It was a beautiful catch. One snap and off she goes. It was about 12, 14 inches long, about, you know. And as you can see by some of the houses around here, very exclusive little place. Some very expensive houses around here. But it's a beautiful place. So the only problem is, there's very expensive houses occasionally spend time underwater. So, you know, I think they end up selling for a lot less than they go up for, especially after, you know, 3 or 4 floods in a row. There's some more black swans over there. There's quite a lot. Let me go out here a bit. Let's just walk out onto the sand flats. Quite a lot of them there, actually. Up the back there are the babies, I think. The young, this year's crop of children. Appear to be moderately social animals. Never knew that. So, learn something new every day. There's a couple out there just swimming around by themselves. It's a little bit windy today. It's about 23, 24 degrees. But it's still a lovely day. It's Australia. Any day when the sun's out is a lovely day. I'm just going to try and cover the... There we go. Cormorant going in. What's he going for? Is he getting a feed? No. Bring my boys down here 3, 4 times a week. They'll have a good swim. Don't you, Buffy boy? Thick as a brick, that dog. Oops, there we go. I don't know if you can see him or not. Little white. I don't know what he is. He's a bird. I think he's a bird. He's got feathers and wings and a beak. There he goes, in again. There was an Arctic tern, I think, the other day. It was reported to have gone from Alaska to Tasmania in something like 3 weeks. which is really, really impressive. I didn't think they travelled quite that far until this year, or was it last year that they spotted it, but you know, delay between when they find things out and tell the rest of the world about it. Anyway, enjoy your days, people. To those people in America, enjoy your voting. To those people in Europe, England and North America, enjoy your onset of winter, which is rapidly coming. I don't understand how people can live where it snows. I really don't. I do not like the cold. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, have a lovely time and enjoy your lives. Just a better shot of the black swans. Cruising around, just doing black swan things. There guys, just thought I'd show you another one of my dog's favourite walking tracks. This is Strickland State Forest. Yeah, I'll go and give you a little bit of a squiz. Stony Creek car park. We are, as it says there, we are there. We're going this way, I think. No. Which way are we going? No, we're going this way. Hang on a second. Where are we going? I'm confused. Yeah, we're going down this way. And we're going to do that loop there. And some of the little critters you can find around here if you're lucky enough. Eastern pygmy possums, powerful night owls, which are very rare, and we won't see one today, I don't think. I've never seen a froggy, but then again, I don't go looking for them. There you go. The traditional owners of this land are the Darkinjung people. Some people say there are none left, they were all killed off. However, you jump online and you ask in any of the Koori forums whether there are any Darkinjung people here, and they come out of the woodwork. So don't believe everything you read. A lot of these trees are native and a lot of them are imports. This place was logged about 150, 170 years ago. It was just totally clear felled. Everything was taken out of it, and then somebody decided that they wanted to rehabilitate the area because it was looking rather sad and sorrowful, and they planted a heck of a lot of trees, and some of the trees they used were European imports and North American imports. So, and this is what we have to deal with. So I'm not going to try and even come close to naming them because, as you probably know, I'm crap with names. So this is about 7 or 8 kilometres from the centre of Gosford on the central coast of New South Wales, and there are the animals I have seen here. Funnel web spiders, either the most venomous spider in the world, the second most venomous spider in the world, or the third most venomous spider in the world, depending on who you're talking to, basically. I have seen goannas. Yeah, this is where I found out that goannas hissed, because Dumb and Dumber over there chased one up a tree, and he was very, very upset about being chased up the tree. And as he was crawling up the tree, he turned around and hissed at the dogs as he crawled all the way up. It was hilarious because he was peeved and the dogs just wanted to play. Now, the place hasn't rained in, I think it's been 12, 15 days since we've had rain. I think it's been the longest period this year without rain. So, you can actually get across here now. it gets a little bit, you know, wet here, and it could probably do with a bit of a flush because there's a bit of build-up of leaf and stuff up there. But yeah, that log wasn't there a couple of months ago. It got washed down, got caught against that little tree there. Next flood will come along and it'll probably wash that away, depending of course how big the flood is. Okay, we're just getting over this. Yes, we're on the Arboretum track. And we will be crossing that bridge. And it's a Bellbird track as well, which we're not going up because the whole track is on a slight camber. And it's either to the left or the right, but it really hurts my back after walking on it for about 15-20 minutes. So I tend to avoid it. And in Australia, or at least in New South Wales, state forests are off-leash areas for dogs. So they're allowed to do as they will. Well, within reason, of course. Not allowed to... Actually, probably are allowed to hunt here with them. But you're not allowed to let them run amok, and, you know, if somebody else comes along, you've got to have recall. You know, just common courtesy sort of thing. So, but here's a young gum tree, possibly a ghost gum. As you can see, might be a string. No, it's not a stringy bark. But as you can see, they just go straight up until they get enough sun, and then they branch out. There's some more of them straight up there. It's killing my neck just doing this. So anyway, I'm going to pause for a minute because we're going to be going 5.5 minutes, and there's probably about another 3/4 of an hour of track left, so you don't want to watch it all, I don't think. There you go. Probably a staghorn. Very common around this area. It might be an elkhorn or a staghorn, one of the two. They're parasitic. They stick to the side of trees, and well, basically they live on the detritus that falls down from the trees and gets caught on the top part of the plant. So I suppose they're not really parasitic because we've lost it, because they're not actually feeding off the plant directly, but they just hang out with them. Okay, this is one of Australia's unique tree ferns. There are two types of tree ferns, well, two general types, there's many subspecies, but there's the one whose root system goes all the way down to the bottom and, you know, feeds from there. The other one that the basic living height of the tree is in the top 12 inches or so. Don't believe this is one of them because they get really thick. They got almost as thick as that palm tree over there, possibly a little thicker. Blackfellas in Australia, we used to harvest the bigger ones, and you'd take the top off, top 12, 14 inches or so, and you'd dig out the nice soft pulp, add a bit of water to it, and mix it up like a bit like a flour, like a damper, and you'd cook it on the fire, and it'd make a meal. Now, it wasn't a common meal because it tends to kill a whole plant that takes a very, very long time to grow, but it was a meal that was used, well, you know, when things were doing tough. So I think these are native palms, but probably not from this area. I think they're from a little further north, but the conditions here are ripe for it. There's a bigger one. Let's see if we can get it without the sun ruining it. That's probably, what, 15 foot tall from the base and a little bit higher from the top. To the base of to the crown, sorry, not to the base. So I'm pretty sure they're from a little further north. But hey, you know, I don't know everything. Another version of the tree that we were looking at earlier that I believe is possibly a ghost gum, but you can never tell. And that one is big. That one's huge. And he'd be, oh, I reckon probably 100 years old. He might have been one of the first ones that were put in, so maybe 120. Back in the late 1800s, 1880s, 1890s that they reforested this. So, you know, it could be up to 130 years old. But it's definitely a big canopy. And anybody that comes to the Central Coast for holidays in Australia and you want to meet up, this is where I'm bringing you. So long as it hasn't rained in the last 10 days, because the track tends to hold a lot of moisture because it's a temperate rainforest. So when it gets muddy here, it gets muddy. Like to the point that I myself have gone head over heels around here a couple of times when it's been really muddy. So, but it's a pretty safe walk, it's a pretty good walk. A couple of funnel webs, etc. But it's not that bad a walk because, as per usual, I'm in thongs. And no America in England. I'm not talking about my underwear. No. This is said bridge that I said we'll be going over later. Poor little creek there. It's so silted up because everywhere upstream has been logged and therefore the soil's been disturbed. And this creek, even a couple of years ago, was about 8 inches deep, 10 inches deep, and as you can see by the dogs, it's, you know, barely gets their paws wet. And it's just getting more and more silted up, and every time it floods, which we've had at least 4 here this year, it just gets more and more silted up. So it'd be nice if it was dredged. You could actually swim in various places down here if it had been dredged. But where are you gonna put the soil that you get out of it, or the sand you get out of it? And how are you going to get the equipment down here to do so? I don't know. But it'd be a lot more popular place if people could actually come down and swim. Last time I was here, all that dead bush then wasn't there, and you could actually go all the way up the creek, up to the left there, and the boys used to come here and play all the time. As you can see, they're playing at the moment. He's a little perturbed by all the snags, I think. He doesn't like things touching his feet when he's in the water. But we used to come here and throw sticks for stupid here. But this is probably one of the deepest spots around at the moment. But even a year ago, that sandbar over there wasn't here. Ooh. Did you hurt yourself, did you, Vinny? Vincent's got a bad hip, so every now and then when they play a little rough, his hip gets hurt. Yeah. Walk it off, buddy. Walk it off. You'll be fine. Swim it off. And here's a break in the canopy just up ahead. And you can see how tall and thin the trees go because they just want to get higher above the canopy so they can get the best life, and then they thicken up over time. Don't know why there was a break in the canopy there. Might have been a bit of a landslip about 40 years ago, I suppose. It's hard to tell. Wasn't here at the time, so I don't know. As you can see, there's a great big gap in the canopy there. And it's rapidly being plugged by the palms and the gum trees. And that tree there has fallen down a lot more recently than 40 years. So it's possible there was a slip there, just through there. And it moved down the hill a bit and took down a lot of trees. And as you can see, nature will heal itself. Now, this little tree here, it's probably what, just under 3 feet across, maybe 3 feet across, metre across. I believe it's a bunya pine. They're absolutely huge. Let's see if we can block the sun. See, there we go. Absolutely huge. That's, yeah. You've got to be careful about between November and March, I think it is, because their seed pods are about the size of a soccer ball. When they come crashing down, they've been known to kill people. So, and this is a few of them around here. Now, I don't think they're actually native to this part of Australia. I believe they're native to further north, possibly north of Coffs Harbour. But, you know, and these things have been here. Well, those ones, that one over there, he's probably been here 150 years or so. So it's pretty good growing for that short a time for a tree. I mean, seriously, if you have to live close to Sydney, close to civilization, as you call it, why wouldn't you live on the Central Coast and come to places like this? So, yeah, and this is the other side of the same. Go away, sun. Probably a bad angle. It's a better shot without the sun. Tall and straight. Absolutely magnificent trees. Tallowood tree. This one's an old one. No chance of seeing the top of him. This is how old this place has long been here. Oh, hoop pines, not bunya pines. A lot of strangler vines. Tarzan's moving in tomorrow, apparently. And if they're strangler fig vines, they'll eventually take over that whole tree and turn into a massive tree of their own. But I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. This is the boys' favourite part of this whole place. Silting is really ruining it. You can see the tannins from the built-up leaf mulch being caught in the water. Wasn't that bad a year ago or 2 years ago when I first started coming here. Don't know how long this tree's been here, but it's been here a long time. Lots of people have walked across it. Lots of animals have used it as a bridge. Seriously, guys, this is why you've got to leave and move to Australia. Doesn't have to be this part of Australia, but somewhere in Australia. As I just said to a young lady a minute ago, why live somewhere where there are 300 million people when you can live somewhere where there are less than 30? Australia has a skill shortage at the moment, so you're likely to be able to find work. They say we're at near full employment. Yeah, 3 more tallow woods. If you go up to them and you touch them, their bark is so soft. Another old tree, which you won't get to see the top of because it's a long way up. You see it over there through the top of the canopy? Big old tree. Red cedar. I think it's American. I don't know. Could be wrong. Could be right. Could be European for all I know. But I don't think it's native. Mostly because I think they would have had a bit of a blurb about it. Idiot dog with the zoomies. Tree started to topple a while ago. Looks to be still alive, but it landed on another tree and has decided to hang around. It's hard to see whether the leaves up there are from, well, let's get it out of the sun so you might be able to see whether those leaves are coming out of vines, although they appear to be. Oh, let's have another look. Let's see if we get any closer. There we go. It's hard to see whether they're coming out of the tree from here or whether they're from vines coming down from the top. Well, there appears to be, there we go, that's a branch coming out. So it started to fall, got saved, and is slowly coming back. So, but, and I really don't know whether the phone pays this place justice. It really is a magnificent place to come, and it's not by any stretch of the imagination one of the best bushwalks in Australia, or for that matter even on the Central Coast, but it is one of the easiest for me to get to, and it's a state forest, so it's poopy friendly, and so long as I can take my dogs for a walk and get to enjoy some nature myself, it's pretty much all I want. Well, that's about it for this bushwalk. From here on in we just start backtracking over places that I've already walked, and I'd just like to say thank you to the friends of Strickland Forest who come through and chop down all the trees that keep falling across the path and maintain the bridges and other parts of the infrastructure around here, and State Forest in New South Wales, all the good work they do and all the good land they preserve. And shy of something interesting happening on the rest of the walk, I'm going to say goodbye, and as per usual, people, enjoy your life. Bye.